The following is a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.
Good morning, happy Tuesday. It is Tone the Bone here from the studios of Tony Kurre Radio and, of course, our Tony Kurre Radio podcast. Super cool last night to see Mac Jones of the New England Patriots and what he said in his post-game conference. They just come off the big win against the Arizona Cardinals last night, wishing thoughts and prayers to our good friend Mike Leach. No news on my side. I'm getting like a million phone calls a day because people know that I'm friends with him. Not his best friend by any stretch, but I know Mike pretty well. So our thoughts and prayers continue to go out with him, but he's continually in critical condition. As soon as we find out some more details, we'll certainly let you know. We love you, Mike, and we know you're watching, and we hope you're watching, and we know that you're fighting for everything you got there over Mississippi. So best of luck to you. Also, birthdays today in all genres. Ted Nugent, a man that I know as well, turned 74 today. Randy Owen of the band Alabama turned 73 today. And the Swifties are celebrating today. Woohoo! Can't get no stinking tickets, but you can celebrate Taylor Swift's birthday. She turns 33 today. Speaking of the holidays and celebrating, of course, Christmas right around the corner. I had a great show yesterday with my good friend Michael Coleman. I met Michael through the Jimmy Hill Mission. He was the CEO there, and then he moved on, and now he's at the Montgomery Food Bank. And if you go to MAFB, which stands for Montgomery Area Food Bank, and you can go ahead and help them out with their service. They do fantastic work. They cover 35 different counties in the great state of Alabama. They're wonderful, and I love them. But we were talking about Christmas party etiquette. It is incredible because I got my job in radio because of a Christmas party I went to. I was filing records for a radio station called 96 Rock up in Hamilton, Ohio. Our main competitor was WEBN up in Cincinnati. They were kicking the living bejeebers at everybody. And so I was part of this conglomerate with, it was Clear Channel Radio at the time, and their big station was WLW, which of course is the flagship station for the Cincinnati Reds, the Cincinnati Bengals. They've been around forever. They were the VOA, Voice of America, during World War II. WLW is an AM station, AM 700. As a matter of fact, you can hear them in all 48 contiguous states at nighttime. They are Clear Channel. They're 50,000 watts around the clock. Anyway, so I'm filing records, and someone from 96 Rock is this little shack sitting up in Hamilton, Ohio. It was a shithole, and it really was. I mean, it was a little shack, it was a little house. They turned it into a radio station. And someone there said, hey, our Christmas party's tonight downtown. Do you want to come? And I was like 15 years old, 14, 15 years old. And I said, sure. So I went downtown on Vine and Plum Street. I was like on the 12th or 13th floor of a big super building downtown in Cincinnati. And I had taken some Christmas lights and I hooked them up to 8 9-volt batteries. And if you take the males and females and align them right, you can actually get a charge and you can have Christmas lights. This is before people had Christmas light shirts and these LED lights and all this stuff. You had to get kind of creative. And so I come walking in the room with these Christmas lights on my shirt, and one of the engineers at 700 WOW, I think his name was Phillips. He was also our helicopter pilot. He came up, he said, how'd you do that? And I showed it to him, and he goes, well, you'd be pretty good at engineering. Would you like to be an engineer for the radio station? And I kind of laughed, and really all I cared about was being on the radio, but I was just happy to get a job, right? And so I ended up engineering remotes like once or twice a week. That's how I got my start. I'd go out to different remote locations, whether it be a bar or Ace Hardware or wherever, and I would set up the remote for the talent. That's to this day I still appreciate. I always remember Orlando from a previous radio station because he probably set up more remotes for me from anybody, and I really appreciate that. I just showed up, got all the accolades, and hey, Tony Kurre's here, but I couldn't have done it without the guys who were setting up the engineering and the remotes, and that's what I did when I first got my start. And then a couple of years later, I got on the radio. Anyway, Christmas parties, to get back to what I was saying before, Christmas parties in Radio Land, the first Christmas party I ever went to was in a hotel room with this radio station. There was jungle juice in the bathtub, and you had to Xerox a body part as a ticket to get in. It was crazy. It was great. That's when I knew I loved radio. I thought, this is fun. This is a good time. Certainly Christmas parties aren't like that now. I was talking to Michael Coleman yesterday, and we did a whole show on Christmas office party Etiquette. Now, you used to have Christmas party, and that's where everything would get crazy. Then you had a Christmas party that was kind of toned down, and then you had the after Christmas party. And now I hear some places are having a Christmas party for the office, the after Christmas party, and then an after Christmas party. Anyway, you got to listen to the show. Check out our podcast, Tony Curry Radio Podcast. It's Curry with a K, TKR, Tony Curry Radio Podcast. We're available on every major industry. Jimmy Lane, good morning to you, brother. Good to have you on board. So, yeah, check that out. Also, a couple other places, Workplay and Workplay.com. Wonderful work. Thanks to Tommy Williams for being one of our great partners here on Tony Curry Radio. They have Christmas in the City coming up on Sunday, an early and late show, so check out their website. Also, the Maverick Lounge coming up on December 30th. It's the history of grunge music, which I would love to go see. Check out Workplay and Workplay.com. Our good friend Al Cooper from Coosa Valley Auto Sale, right next to Coosa Valley Auto Sale, just about 20 minutes down 280 towards Sylacauga. He's opened a place called the Blue Heron along with his lovely bride, and it's kind of a craft shop. Well, it is a craft shop. They got jewelry, they got art. Man, if you cannot find stuff in the Blue Heron, you won't be able to find it. He has scoured the earth looking for all kinds of funky, strange, one-of-a-kind gifts. You can find all those things at the Blue Heron. So maybe while you're car shopping, or maybe you go to the Blue Heron and then you can do some car shopping, or maybe both, or maybe one or the other. Check out the Blue Heron. They're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 4. Monday through Friday, 11 to 4. You can go to his website, actually his Facebook page, and see all of the pictures they got going on for the Blue Heron. Monday through Friday, 11 to 4. They're open right now, so check it out. I also have, and I normally wouldn't say this, but I'll take all the help I can get. Thanks to my good friend Robbie Glenn from Striker Strong. He introduced me to the folks at Rock and Roll Sushi. It's crazy and stupid not to make the realization that my radio station and Rock and Roll Sushi would not be in a wonderful partnership together, because I'm classic rock. I'm the classic rock guy. I've been doing it for 45 years, and they're the classic rock sushi restaurant. So I'm going to be having a meeting with Lauren a little bit later on this afternoon. Looking forward to a meeting up with those folks. It'd be great to have Rock and Roll Sushi here on Tony Curry Radio. And again, thanks to all of our other great sponsors who are just a huge part of our success around here. We can't do it without you. I hope you have a fantastic day. Dr. Josh Claypool will be back in here on Thursday morning, getting ready to do the Curry and Claypool show. Will also be on Fox 6 coming up on Thursday morning. We have Southern Precision Staffing doing our Live Wire Wednesday show tomorrow night. We have the Woodhouse Day Spa. Make sure you go to birmingham.woodhousespas.com, birmingham.woodhousespas.com. They have this deal where you spend $350, you get a free throw. You get a free long blanket that's longer than I am. It's free. It's worth over $110. Get them while they last. So check out birmingham.woodhousespas.com. Chris Doris, the State Farm team, talked to him yesterday. Congratulations to Chris Doris. He's a brand new grandpa. I love that, a brand new grandpa. Congratulations to Chris Doris. And, of course, John Gray from Driscoll Gray, Budweiser, all of our great sponsors. Kip Keeper, talked to him yesterday. Kip, of course, didn't need to know and want to bet. We're rolling right now. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope you have a fantastic day and appreciate you watching. We'll catch up again tomorrow morning. And, of course, anytime on the TKR app, 24 hours a day.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Curry Radio.